Hi, I'm LoLo Roberts. I'm a practicing gratitude girl that strives every day and every way to recognize and celebrate my blessings. God is the center of my life, and His love allows me to live life to the fullest. Every day is a day of growth and self-improvement. I am blessed to have you join me on this podcast. Love, peace, and gratitude.
And it is time for another episode of Grateful Gratitude with LoLo, and today we're going to learn something.
Today I'm going to tell you how I practice gratitude daily. I want to share with you some things that you can do. Now, I probably go to excess, but it's a routine that works well for me. But if you just pick out one thing to practice of what I'm telling you, that's absolutely fine. So I start my day early, about 5:30. I have my alarm go off, and I will physically stay in bed for 10 to 12 minutes, just thanking God. Thank you for things that happened the day before. Thank you for the opportunities that are going to be brought to me this day. Thank you for my health, my family, and just the things that are pertinent to me that day that I want to mention. The next thing I do is when I get out of bed and my feet hit the floor, I once again say, thank you, God, for opening my eyes and allowing me to have a fantastic day. You know, when you get up in a good mood, you're going to be in a great mood all day long. You're setting the intention for your day. The next thing I do is I actually take a nice hot soaking bath that I listen to a meditation app for 10 minutes, another 10 minutes. And when I do that meditation, I just really focus on my breathing. I don't think about anything, and I just release anything that could ruin my day. The next thing I do is after I blow dry my hair, as I'm putting makeup on and getting dressed, I listen to something inspirational. It can be something from Joel Osteen's I Am sermon, or it could be Oprah Winfrey, Soul Sunday. But I make sure that 20 minutes it takes me to put my makeup on and get dressed, I'm listening to something positive. I don't turn the radio on because I might hear the news. Now, I don't say don't listen to the news, but I do say censor yourself on how much news you listen to, because it's going to be a negative in your life. And the next thing I do is usually I am heading to a network event or a client appointment. I get in my car, and if I'm not currently listening to a self-improvement book, I kind of take that time to pray again. And at that time, I focus on things in the world, and I pray to God, you know, if someone is having mental issues or they are struggling with cancer or financial, whatever their problem may be, I just ask God to watch over them and heal them. And then I start my day. So that's my morning.
So you're starting your day off as positive as you possibly can.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, Mark, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep, I use that time to talk to God. I once read that if your sleep is interrupted, it's because God needs to hear from you. So even if I'm really sleepy, but I just can't get to sleep, I will just sit there and say, okay, God, I know we need to have a conversation. I'm not sure what it is right now, but I do that. And you know what? I fall back to sleep peacefully. So then I go throughout the day, and the people I come across, because I do probably see anywhere from probably on a small day, 25 people, you know, on a busy day with a big event, I can see up to 150 people in a day. And I try to touch at least 11 people's lives. And what I do is maybe just simply give them a smile. Or if they have waited on me at lunch and they're a server, I try to tell them, thank you so much. You did a great job. I really appreciate your service. And there are so many people in this world that are just taken for granted, that you're on a cell phone and you can't acknowledge a cashier in a store. I learned long ago to put the phone down when you are coming across somebody that you need to recognize or someone who is serving you. I actually apologized to a checkout girl at Market Street one day because someone had called me and I took the call, and I ignored her the whole time she was bagging my stuff and checking me out. And I just said, I really want to tell you I am so sorry that I did that, because that's not acceptable.
How did she react to that?
She said, nobody's ever said that to me before. She said, I do appreciate that. And I said, well, you're important. You're doing something for me. And I said, I should take the time to recognize that. I also may, if I see someone who's down, I may ask them, what's going on? Because they're out of sorts. And, they may tell me what their problem is. And I will find 3 to 5 things to come back and tell them. I had a friend one day that was saying, my husband's not treating me right. I can't believe he's doing this. And I said, listen, I want to tell you something. Ignore that. You can't control that. You're a beautiful woman. You dress nice. You have a successful business. You have beautiful, healthy, intelligent kids. And she said, you know what? You're right. I do have a lot of things in my life. And you know what? Whatever her husband did didn't matter. So I try to do that throughout the day. And I think I've told you before that I strive for 11 because on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is excellent. And I want to go one step further. And then in the evenings, I learned about 1.5 years ago that I was going to do an 1.5 hours of self-improvement every day. Now, a lot of people say, wow, that's a lot. How in the world can you do that? Well, number one, I started turning the TV off at 8:30 because there's not a whole lot good on TV. And I would read a book. I consider a lot of things self-improvement. Let me go back and say that. I mean, if I'm having lunch with someone who is brightening my day, that to me is self-improvement. It doesn't have to be sitting reading the Bible or getting to know what's inside of me. It's just making myself better. I hope that makes sense.
It makes all the sense in the world. You're not wasting time.
Right. And, when I look back, I have wasted a lot of my life.
If you examine your life, anyone examines their life very closely, you can find ways that you have just completely spun your wheels and wasted time. And the thing that gets you is when you think back and think, wow, I should have been doing this rather than that. It can really get you in a rabbit hole, and you can't do anything at all about what you did before. All you can do is move forward.
And that's a great point. People need to know, forgive yourself for what you did in the past. Today is a new opportunity and a new day, and you can change immediately. Your mindset can be changed that I'm going to think positively instead of negatively. I'm not going to worry about what other people do because I cannot control them. And, that is a great message, Mark, that people need to hear.
And to me, that's just common sense. But it's very hard for a lot of people, and it's been hard. It's been hard for me at times. But it's also been very easy once it clicks to just look. There's nothing you can do about what happened yesterday.
No, and you'll find when you release that and say that person or that situation is not going to affect me. It happened in the past. I'm going to learn. And I'm going to move forward. And when you release that, you will literally feel your body more at ease. You'll feel your shoulders being held up higher. You're going to feel better about yourself.
And that's the thing about waking up the way you wake up, getting back to the way you start your day. Rather than starting your day thinking, oh, gosh, I got to go to this meeting and I got to do this. And, man, I really don't want to do that. You have chosen to take control of your day when you wake up with a positive attitude and you take the time to think about the things that you're grateful for.
Absolutely. And there is not a morning that either whoever's leaving the house first, whether it be myself or my husband, that doesn't turn to the other and say, I love you, have a good day. We always say that because, number one, if I know that the person that means so much to me, I mean so much to him, and that he takes the time to tell me that also starts my day in the right frame of mind. And then once I'm done with the day, again, whatever I choose to do between that 8:30 to 10 p.m. at night, and honestly, this is going to sound silly. Sometimes it's just watching I Love Lucy or something that's just going to cause me to laugh and not worry about anything. So when you think of self-improvement, don't think of, I've got to study all the gurus and this, that, and the other. They're all great. Tony Robbins is great and has a great message. Joel Osteen has a great message. Jack Canfield has a great message. Incorporate it, but realize that self-improvement is just doing something that makes you either stronger, better, or more at ease with yourself. And then at night, when I go to bed, there's just 2 quick things that I do. I will meditate again for 10 minutes. And then once I'm done meditating, I have what's called a gratitude stone. And it's a heart-shaped stone that has actually been flown in from Kenya. There's a family there that will take the soapstone and actually carve it into a heart.
Is it the stone you gave me that's sitting right here in the studio?
It is.
Okay, I'm going to take a picture of that stone, and I'm going to put it in the show notes here.
Okay. And mine says gratitude. I choose to give them to people with different things on them, but I take my gratitude heart. And if you notice, the gratitude heart fits perfectly in the palm of your hand. Doesn't matter who I give it to. It just fits, and your fingers can wrap around it. And I think throughout the whole day, what was the one thing that I was most grateful for that whole day? Now, I have lots of things that I'm grateful for every day, but sometimes one thing just stands out. And I hold that stone, that heart-shaped stone, and I will say, thank you, thank you, thank you, God, for whatever it is. I put it on my nightstand, and I immediately go to sleep. That way, when I go to sleep, I've gone to sleep with gratitude, and I'm going to wake up with gratitude.
And you may dream about gratitude.
You know what? When I dream, that's when God speaks, through meditation and dream. Okay,
and Lolo, before we close this out, how can people find your blog? How can people find your website?
My blog is gratefulgratitude.net. The Facebook page is also the same, just Grateful Gratitude.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to the next episode.